Do this if you want someone to madly fall in love with you. There's one thing that makes people fall in love, not lucky timing, not being the hottest person in the room. It's a specific pattern of attention that most people get backwards. And once you see it, you can't unsee it in every relationship that's ever worked or fallen apart. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do the next time you want someone to look at you like you're the only person in the room. Hey, welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is all about the psychology of connection, attraction, and relationships that actually last. Today we're breaking down the real science behind falling in love, not pickup lines, not manipulation tactics, real, research-backed psychology that creates deep, lasting attraction. Let's get into it. The myth we need to kill first. Most people think falling in love is about being impressive, having the right job, the right body, the right jokes, the right car. But impressiveness gets attention. It doesn't create love. Here's the distinction. Attention is about status. Love is about safety. You can be the most impressive person in a room and still go home alone because impressiveness signals you should want me. It doesn't answer the deeper question the brain is actually asking, which is, am I safe with this person? Can I be myself around them? Love is created through repeated emotional experiences, not resumes. Every technique in this video works because it answers that safety question, not because it makes you seem cooler, smarter, or more attractive on paper. So drop the mindset of, how do I impress this person? And replace it with, how do I create a real emotional experience with this person? That single shift changes everything else you do. The power of vulnerability. Psychologist Arthur Aaron ran a famous study where he had two strangers ask each other 36 increasingly personal questions, moving from light, would you like to be famous, to deep, when did you last cry in front of another person? Afterward, many participants reported feeling closer to that stranger than to people they'd known for years. One pair in the original study got married. The questions weren't magic. What mattered was the structure, escalating, mutual self-disclosure. One person shares something real. The other receives it without judgment, then shares something back. That back and forth signals safety to the nervous system. And safety is what attraction is actually built on. Here's what most people get wrong. They think vulnerability means oversharing trauma on a first date. It doesn't. It means being willing to say the true thing instead of the impressive thing. I'm actually nervous right now, instead of a rehearsed joke. I don't really have this figured out, instead of pretending you do. What to do? Skip a layer of small talk earlier than feels comfortable. Ask a question with an actual answer attached to it. Not how's it going, but what's something you've been thinking about lately? And when they share something real, don't fix it. Don't one-up it. Just receive it. Then offer something true of your own. Create shared experiences, not just shared time. Time together doesn't build connection. Experience does. Two people can sit next to each other on their phones for 3 hours and walk away with zero increase in closeness. Meanwhile, 20 minutes doing something slightly nerve-wracking together can bond people faster than weeks of casual hangouts. This is partly explained by a phenomenon called misattribution of arousal. Psychologists Dutton and Aaron ran a study where men crossed either a rickety suspension bridge or a stable low bridge, then met an attractive researcher on the other side. The men who crossed the scary bridge, hearts pounding, adrenaline up, were significantly more likely to rate the researcher as attractive and later contact her. Their brains took the physical arousal from fear and mislabeled part of it as attraction to the person in front of them. You don't need a suspension bridge. Any activity that raises heart rate slightly, a spicy food challenge, an escape room, a debate about something you both care about, even a scary movie, creates the same chemical backdrop that connection can attach itself to. What to do? Stop defaulting to dinner and a movie every time. Build in at least a little novelty or adrenaline, new neighborhood, new activity, something with slight stakes. The goal isn't the activity itself. It's the shared physiological experience it creates. Give undivided attention. This one sounds too simple to matter, and that's exactly why almost nobody does it well. We live in a world of split attention, phone buzzing, eyes flicking to the screen, half listening while planning what to say next. Someone who gives you their full, uninterrupted attention stands out immediately, because it's rare enough to feel almost intoxicating. There's a concept in relationship psychology called responsiveness, the degree to which a partner understands, validates, and cares about your needs. Research from relationship scientists like Harry Rice has repeatedly linked perceived partner responsiveness to relationship satisfaction, and the depth of felt intimacy. It's not the grand gestures that build this. It's the small, consistent signals, eye contact, remembering details, following up on things they mentioned last week. What to do? Put the phone face down, or better, away entirely. Ask a follow-up question instead of jumping to your own story. Remember the small stuff, their sister's name, the interview they were nervous about, how they take their coffee, and bring it up next time unprompted. That single act of remembering tells someone, you occupy space in my mind even when you're not in front of me. Very few things make a person feel more valued than that. Mirror, don't mimic. Humans are wired to feel safer around people who feel similar to them. This is called the similarity attraction effect, and it's one of the most replicated findings in social psychology. But similarity doesn't mean copying someone's opinions or personality. It means naturally aligning your energy, tone, and pace with theirs. If someone is calm and soft-spoken, coming in loud and high energy creates friction, not connection. If someone is playful and animated, being flat or overly serious reads as disinterest. This isn't about becoming a chameleon. It's about attunement, which is the skill of noticing another person's emotional register and meeting them there instead of forcing them to meet you in yours. This matters because mismatched energy, even well-intentioned, signals to the other person's nervous system that you're not quite reading them correctly. And when someone feels correctly read, they relax. Relaxation is what allows the next layer of connection to happen. What to do? Before a conversation, spend the first minute observing more than talking. Notice their pace, volume, and mood. Adjust your own energy slightly toward theirs, not into an exact copy, but into the same emotional key. Over time, this becomes automatic, and it's one of the fastest ways to make someone feel unusually comfortable around you. The secret ingredient: consistency. Here's the part almost every video like this skips, because it's the least exciting to talk about. None of the above works as a one-time trick. Love isn't created in a single perfect conversation or one adrenaline-filled date. It's built through repeated positive emotional experiences with the same person, compounding over time. This is sometimes called the mere exposure effect, combined with emotional reinforcement. Familiarity breeds warmth, but only when the experiences attached to that familiarity are positive. This is why a string of good moments beats one incredible moment. Every time you show up as the same attentive, honest, emotionally attuned person, not a performance you can only sustain for one night, you're making a deposit. Those deposits are what eventually add up to someone realizing, almost without noticing the exact moment it happened, that they're in love with you. The opposite is also true. Inconsistency, being deeply present one day and distant or guarded the next, creates anxiety instead of security. And anxiety undermines the entire foundation you're trying to build. What to do? Don't treat any single date or conversation as the moment that has to seal the deal. Treat consistency itself as the strategy. Show up as the same real version of yourself again and again, and let the compounding do the work. Recap. So to recap, if you want someone to fall for you, be vulnerable instead of impressive. Share what's true, not what's polished. Create real shared experiences, ideally with a little novelty or adrenaline built in. Give full, undivided attention, and remember the small details. Match their emotional energy instead of forcing your own. Show up consistently, because love compounds. It doesn't strike once. None of this requires being someone you're not. It requires being present, really present, with someone you care about, again and again, until that presence becomes familiar, and that familiarity becomes love.